hope you're not too busy to listen to our stories. We hope you like them all and you don't find them boring. And are you shitting me? Blah!
My camera is still a little fucking out of focus. I don't know what to do about it, to be honest.
Don't move too much.
That's so strange. Yeah,
right.
It's the fucking Cardinals flag, I think.
Just wants to focus on that, huh?
Yeah, not like we're doing good at all. Dude, that's so strange.
Maybe it's a sign.
I don't want to fucking deal with this right now. But whatever. I guess this episode I might be a little out of focus, guys, on the camera. Oh, fucking well.
All right. Well, those that don't know us, I'm Levi.
And I'm Jason.
And no, I'm Jason. That's Levi. But that reminds me of a story.
Second grade.
Yeah, me and Levi go back a long ways. That wasn't second grade. That was actually in
middle school.
7th grade, I think. Yeah, right. It was. Yeah, we had a substitute that day.
I was just gonna say, I always felt so fucking bad for substitutes when they come in.
I apologize to any substitute we had in the 90s.
Or any substitute in general that's still fucking
dealing
in
with
the trenches.
Punks like us.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't think it's as bad, though.
It's worse.
You think?
Fuck, so much worse. I can't imagine schools are any better now than they were in the 90s. I just can't. I can't imagine a situation where... I know we were bad. We're probably set.
We didn't have the technology, but we sure as hell had the means mentally. Like we were rotten. So the story of
we're telling
we're going to is where we're 7th grade. We come in to our class and there's a substitute teacher. Yeah. All right. Well, she's calling out the roster, seeing who's here, attendance, and she's all. I think she called for my name.
Yeah. And I responded.
And you responded, so I said, okay, we're doing that.
Yeah, all right.
That's all right. So she goes, Levi. And I'm like, I'm Levi today. So on top of that, so after that was established who we were for the day, we just decided to goof off.
Really fuck off.
In the place of the other person to get them in trouble.
And it spiraled.
And it got bad enough to where we were both sent to the fucking principal's office.
Jason, Levi.
And they're like,
office. They didn't know who it was.
And after the substitute was there, they're like.
The principal came and sorted it out.
Yeah, the principal's like, these two.
Oh, yeah.
That's not Levi. They all
switcheroo.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Did we get...
I don't know. I've gotten so much. I know we were the last 2 students in fucking Safford Middle School to get the paddle.
Yeah?
We were the last 2.
And I got it quite a bit that year.
Yeah, I think it was officially for pulling the...
fire alarms?
Fire alarms, yeah. And they had it. Yeah. They fucking had it.
I think it was like...
Fuck.
I had a total of over 38, I think.
Paddlings?
That year, yeah.
Wow. That was my one and only. And they were fucking done.
Man.
And they even said they hung up the paddle after that. I want to say we were the last 2 students paddled in Southford Middle School Unified School District. If we can get somebody to confirm that. Real quick, I noticed it when we were on live a second ago. Des said hi, and she misses us. Hi, Des. I hope you guys are doing good,
come
too.
Come visit us. Where is she?
Yeah, she's at home. They live at the base of the mountain. So
yeah.
It's probably a very pretty day down there. So yeah, that was a good fucking story. That was a good time. Middle school was a good time.
Yeah,
it was a really good time. I have no complaints about
the only problem in middle school is when so it's actually the worst for probably teachers, I'd imagine, because you got kids starting to enter puberty,
right?
Going from adolescent to puberty.
Right.
And they don't get to really see the outcome after that because you're moving on to high school
and so on and so forth. But I got a question for you. Do you think that systematically they've been engineering testosterone levels down? I've read a lot about this.
Well, yeah, and that's all been done.
Well, not a lot about it, but yeah.
That's all been done through our diet
right.
And really our water treatment systems that are not as good
as they used to be.
Right.
I've been told that that they just don't have as much. That children don't have as much. So you're right. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe they're not bad, worse than we were. But
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I look at my grandchildren and even my children.
So
and
well.
I'm
I mean, like
we
tame.
We pussyfied them.
Well, I mean, yeah, kinda, yeah. But I mean, but at the same time, you know, like I hear a lot of stories about kids getting crazy. You know, like fucking, and I don't know, like what I don't know. What would you do? We've had this conversation before, but how would you feel about being in middle school today?
Well, I'd feel like the biggest guy there, really. Probably punk everybody.
Because I wonder about kids. Like, I wonder how kids must feel. Like when we were younger, we were raised under the premise that the American dream existed, right? Yeah. That if you work hard and you do what you're supposed to, you'll have a house and a wife and kids, and that was kind of, and a nice car. That was kind of our bubble, right? We lived here in the mining community. After you're done with high school, you go do some prison time and then go break rock at the mine with everybody and develop a life for yourself. Well, I wonder like anymore for kids that are coming up and they're like, dude, my mom and dad both work at the mine and we're still not fucking, you know, like it's got to be the level of not giving a fuck for kids these days have to be off the charts, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a single person
do it,
that have no kids,
right?
Work a single job, and have plenty. I've seen a family do it where one person works and have plenty. You know,
yeah.
When it comes to the American dream, we got to have American discipline,
right?
You know,
yeah.
We spend way too much on
nonsense.
Yeah,
nonsense.
Shit that's we're consumer nation.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I think
we did
an episode before.
We did, and it's going to be mentioned
multiple
a lot
times,
because it's the truth is that's what it feels like. We're bred for,
right?
It's just to consume,
right? We're being like farmed for it, and so are our children.
Yeah,
you know, they're just on their phones.
And they're used to it. They're used to it.
It's fucking crazy.
So,
it's wild that's where we're at. What's even more wild is like our parents were being farmed for it. They didn't realize it. These kids realize it. You know, these kids are coming up. They're fucking seeing it. They're like, dude, I'm not going to go fight no fucking war because you guys can't get along.
They're seeing what it's all about.
Yeah,
now. It's not even about. Yeah, so we send our boys to war, or boys and girls to war now,
right.
And it's over fucking.
Nothing. Fucking
who wants control over oil?
That's
we have our own fucking oil.
It's a resources fucking
exactly
tug of war. And they always give it some kind of theme, right? Oh well, Operation Iraqi Freedom. No, you don't give a fuck about those people. You don't give a fuck about those people. And when we were younger, post 9/11, we believed in this system still. Like, right, we got to go defend our country. I don't think there's a kid alive today in the fucking country that's like, I'm gonna go march to the desert and kill somebody I don't know for people that don't give a fuck about me. And I think it's a general premise. And I think they're trying to find ways to get like more elaborate about tricking us into war, personally. But I don't know. We'll see. We've talked about this before too. Like, how far off till robots are fighting the war?
Well, I mean, they are on our hand for the most part. Look at our drones. I mean, it's not a robot, but
close enough.
But robotics is, we talked a little bit about this last time too. Robotics is getting pretty extreme in a lot of countries on what their capabilities are.
Fucking scary.
And yet America stays pretty quiet about what we got.
Well, did you see that Russian robot come out on the stage and fall flat on its fucking face in front of everybody?
No.
It was horrible.
Can't even walk on stage.
Dude, yeah, got fucked.
But you think things like that, you wonder if that's
was it
them,
staged?
Right. Them just,
I didn't think about that.
To make us...
Throw us off the scent.
To make everybody feel...
Yeah, they're ignoring the real fucking the war dog robot that got behind the curtain. Let's send out fucking R2 or C-3PO. Yeah, exactly. Right. Now I hadn't thought about that before. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure it'll be a race to see who can build the most dangerous, ugly, fucking bloodthirsty robot. But I don't know. Will our robots just be fighting their robots?
Well, anything that's shown on camera, I really you can't
It's
trust
so
it. I
hard
mean,
to-
we
you
could
see-
edit this to
make
make
it
you sound really bad.
or my dick really big.
Right.
We never know. You never
Right.
know because I mean,
You can't make me sound bad, but
now you sent me
I do
that video this
myself.
morning about that guy that was playing guitar for Lions.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like, just a second. I was like, is this? And then I was like, no, this is real.
yeah.
it
I had
looked-
to look at it. Is this AI? And then you could just tell it was a heartfelt moment.
between a guy and a fucking lion and his.
And it's pride, pretty much.
Yeah, and the lady lions just laid around on top of him as that guy sang "November Rain" by Guns N' Roses in a very.
There was
like,
a fence in between it. Maybe you could squeeze that video in for
yeah,
you guys
maybe we
to
can
see
try
it.
that. As far as put the link on or
Yeah.
something. It was fucking beautiful, and what a crazy song to pick, "November Rain" by Guns N' Roses, and the way that he did it and the way that he played it, it just sounded phenomenal. Like in itself, right? If you're just to take that guy by him fucking self, and you just look, hey, this is my skill. I can cover Guns N' Roses really good on a guitar. It's good enough for a video. You add a lion into that, then you add the lion being charmed by it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking amazing video, truly.
Yeah.
And it wasn't AI. I
I do wonder how your music could trigger them. Maybe if you did like
some Pantera.
Yeah.
Like what if Walk by Pantera? Like how if you, dude? I mean, you got to wonder. What if you were to get like if you were to play a bunch of Pantera, or if you played Pantera for like a whole fucking
bunch of monkeys.
Yeah, a bunch of monkeys, dude, or fucking gorillas. Would they all just start fucking each other up?
A troop of monkeys.
Yeah, they start moshing.
Is that how they're?
Is that what they're-
categorized? I think a troop.
A troop of monkeys?
Yeah, I
Sounds
believe so.
intense.
Yeah,
Sounds scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Imagine fucking with the troop of monkeys.
yeah.
That
But
fuck-
it's weird. It can't be right because a troop is singular to our soldiers. You have
Right.
one troop, one soldier.
Okay.
But
I don't know. We got to look it up.
now I've done.
Because you brought it up before on the show too. A bunch of geese is a gaggle.
Yeah,
A gaggle of geese, yeah, so-
I stumped myself on this. I'm not
Yeah.
pretty sure it's a troop.
A troop of monkeys.
Yeah.
Sounds good. But if you got to wonder if you could, the sociological experiment behind that is Pantera, and then like maybe play some like I don't know some Guns N' Roses like that, and see the different reaction from each other. Because that fucking lion at first approached the fence line like it was gonna fucking attack,
Yeah,
and then it slowly started being
easing into.
Yeah.
Well,
By the
this
end of the
is all
video,
right.
he's laying around with the fucking bunch of lady lions
I'd
laying
like to see that fence removed.
and see what the reaction is.
Right.
Hypothetically.
Maybe his chords get a little higher.
Yeah, right. Playing a little faster. November Rain. And then fucking out.
Gotta get the song done and I can leave.
Just for a sociological experiment. I don't know. But you're right. Like those videos that are coming out, it's hard to tell. Like what is what. And then here's I know we talk about this on the show a lot, but it's fucking crazy how every fucking thing is televised right now. Everything, dude. Everything that goes on, everything goes on in our fucking country. Everything goes on in other countries. Like we could keep an eye on what's going on in Paris. And that's my thing on TikTok. I see a lot of, you're not going to believe what Paris looks like right now, and they show like this fucking dystopian. But then I wonder, like, is this real or is this just some propaganda for political reasons? You just never know.
I mean, what they're showing on the news isn't what people are showing from their own phones and social medias and stuff,
Right.
and of course they don't want the world to know that most
Paris.
of their people are uprising against the
Yeah,
power.
I've seen that too. Yeah, and it was like Italy and there are a few European countries that are. But like you gotta, like how come we don't hear about stuff? Why do I watch things on TikTok and then like there's like nothing on the news about this? Is this old footage? I've seen that before too. Or like, dude, this footage is from like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, damn. So 3 years ago, you guys were having an uprising, and I didn't know about it, and you guys are still getting fucked by the same government. Like, so it didn't work. There's a lot of questions I have whenever I see that shit, especially when I read those comments. And was it really 3 years ago, or was this a comment on here by
I could
somebody?
do some digging in a French
archive
podcast
Yeah.
or something and see what they got.
But you never, like, yeah. Or were those put in place?
Yeah.
Dude, you can really lose yourself by just governments, people in control. Like you can really fucking lose yourself. I've lost myself for fucking hours. Like, is this or could this? But the one thing that TikTok is a constant source of information, whether it's wrong or right or true or false, and it brings up interesting shit. The one thing that it brought up more recently, and I don't know why I got so hung up on this, but it was that the people safari, or like the sniper safari.
And what country was that in that they were having?
Bosnia.
So Bosnia, okay.
In 1992, would imagine. So that's like when I looked at on a map, I was looking at the Balkan Peninsula, and it like encompasses a few different countries. There are all these different countries. It's the furthest like south east part of Europe before it starts becoming the Middle East, and it's between the Adriatic Sea and I think the Dead Sea. I don't know. I'm not like I don't know a lot about that part of geography, but what I did see is that Bosnia itself. Bosnia actually has two names. It's Bosnia and like some other name that they go by, but they're two different. It's on a map. When you look at the map, Bosnia has two names, and it's been that way since 1992. When Yugoslavia fell apart, Bosnia wanted to be its own. They were on its sovereign nation, right? And that's actually where things kind of went off the rails for that. So do you remember hearing Bosnia in school? Like, do you remember hearing that on the news?
Yeah, we got involved at one point
to some capacity,
I believe, and
because it was a civil issue, we really couldn't.
Isn't that where like some of the like what was that movie?
Black Hawk Down?
No, it was actually about an embassy.
Hotel Rwanda. Oh, you're talking about that was Iran. No,
yeah.
I know that was and that was a true story. Yeah. It was a U.S. embassy in Iran, and then they started in the 70s. Yeah, it was under siege, and you know who fucking helped us was the Kiwis. No, the Canadians. The Canadians are the ones that saved all those American lives. They stood up for us, and they held us. They hid us in their fucking embassy long enough for the U.S. cavalry to show up and get us the fuck out of there. Crazy to think how much time changes. You know, like we hate Canada, or I don't hate Canada, but Canada certainly doesn't feel the same. You know, they're not sticking their neck out on
it first.
No,
Yeah.
No.
We do have a big rivalry with Canada
currently.
Which well, I mean,
seems
always when it comes to hockey, and who's the better American? Because they're American. They're live in America, so
there are a lot of Canadian players that play for American teams. There's a lot, and they are really good at hockey. Canadians, they live in ice constantly, so and it's in their blood, just like football's in ours, right? It's the way it goes.
Ice in their blood.
Ice in their blood. Yeah, ice in their veins. But to go back to 1992, so it's from 1992 to 1996, so 4 fucking years. Bosnia was in this they didn't know. They were in an identity crisis in a lot of ways. But Sarajevo, that's the capital of that fucking country. What they call the Serbs, which would be like the Christians, I believe. I wrote this down. So no, yeah, it was the Serbs. There was the Christians. They were the ones that they wanted to stay with Yugoslavia, whereas the Muslims they wanted their own independence. So what they did is they just fucking barricaded the city in all the way around. And so it's like they started eating their own, right? They were before that breakup. It was three factions of religions that were there. It was Muslims, Christians, and Catholics. Although Catholics and Christians to me are the same thing, but whatever. In that part of the world, they identify differently. So I'd imagine they came in, the country dispersed, or Yugoslavia dispersed, leaving this power vacuum, right? So then these people were Bosnia kind of wanted their own independence. Well, there was a faction of them, Serbs, the Serbians. They didn't want that fucking independence. So they what they did is to get the Muslims, so to speak, in Sarajevo to fucking comply. They fucking barricaded them there for 4 years and just rained down hellfire on civilians. It is, dude. The videos I've seen is fucking brutal. They call it Sniper Alley, where kids. Children, people just trying to live their lives, getting fucking sniped off. Boom, boom,
and who are they getting sniped off
by? The quote unquote Christians that wanted them, because the the city, the Muslims within that city, they wanted their own independence. They didn't want to be a part of Yugoslavia.
Okay.
And this outside faction, they wanted to be a part of it. So instead of like being diplomatic whatsoever, they're like, well, let's just shoot them until they fucking comply. And during that, and that's its own internal conflict, right? It's its own thing. What fucking really got brought to my attention and blew my mind was that those safari, the sniper safaris, where right now in Milan, it's said that some attorneys have unearthed documentation showing that people from Italy and from England and from France in that time, up to $90,000, they would be taken into that city by the military, and they would allow them to take pot shots at civilians.
That's a pretty reasonable price.
90,000.
Really. I mean, really. I mean, you think about all these eccentric hunters that
that's like in a safari.
want to shoot somebody, and
can you imagine though? Shooting somebody doesn't seem fun to me yet.
no, but there are some really bad people out
Sick
there.
fucks.
And we've talked about this, I don't know how many times, how money distorts people's realities.
Right. If you've got 90,000 to blow on something like that, then you're probably pretty
Blow
well
90
off.
grand a day, go shoot some people.
And no blood on my hands.
Right.
Because
now, if you say they're bringing this up in court, in documents,
Yeah.
the lawyers are getting involved.
Right, attorneys.
So, is that a course to where they're going after these people
Yeah.
that were actively going over there paying to shoot people?
Right. So there's a paper trail.
Right.
There's always a paper trail. So in the 90s, that's what it was. There's more
And if
paper
there's
than.
video evidence, I mean,
It's just so damaging.
you're
Yeah, you're most likely going to get lynched. But the numbers that were coming back, it was like, I think it was like 6,500 civilians were killed in that time, and 1,500 of them were children. And the fucking gross part is that what these attorneys are saying is that if you paid more, you were able to shoot the children.
wow.
That's what they're saying right now.
Yeah,
That's the claim.
well, I hope they find everybody involved and
Yeah, bring them to
hope
justice.
justice is served.
Yeah, could you?
Disgusting.
It's one of the most. TikTok has shocked me on multiple occasions. This has by far been the one where I'm like, good grief, who, how, and then you got to wonder like why from 19. So this conflict ended in 1994, right? So why from 1994 to 2025 has this just been like lying dormant? Like, what did it take for some young Italian attorney to unearth these documents and just, it's a fucking weird.
Yeah, somebody
Somewhere there's
had to have, been a whistleblower on this. Maybe somebody that was shot somebody's
right.
family member that was shot during this and knew what was, going on, but couldn't do nothing about it. At the time you think about it, you're already in a state of martial law, pretty much a war zone, and
what are you going to do?
yeah,
What? Yeah.
just dodge the bullets.
What would be, what for me at this point would be, a goal, I guess I just made up in my head right now, is to have somebody that was alive during that time on the show and explain what it was like just to live in Sarajevo and just as a day-to-day from 1992 to So imagine that, 1992 to 1994. What was your life like during that time? We've talked about this before.
Well, we were impersonating each other and getting
At school.
Yeah. No, 1992. Okay, so
We've talked about a lot about 90.
so it's we'd be 10 to 14 years old.
Around that time, yeah.
Yeah.
So life was good.
So yeah, we were going from
Really?
elementary school to middle school.
And we've talked about this before. Pop culture at that time here was at its fucking peak. So
rap was
hitting it off, dude. When the Wu-Tang Clan was putting out
exploding.
albums, the MTV, the Dave Matthews Band, all this shit. And it makes me feel guilty when I think about it like this, right?
Tupac was killed in 90.
I thought somebody's told me 96,
Was it 96?
Yeah, I believe so.
May have been.
which is wild.
Yeah.
Dude, 96. But think about that. We were having our own issues with Tupac and Biggie and all this shit when people over there. So, but to go back to 1994, we've talked a lot about the series of movies that came out. That was like Schindler's List, I want to say, Shawshank Redemption, Dumb and Dumber. We were living a very different life in 1994 than somebody from Bosnia.
Yeah.
And it's the same planet.
Well, and today we live a very different life than most people around the world. I mean,
Yeah, you think about what's happening currently.
we do.
And we're able to see a little more of it because of things like I follow a group out of Gaza that skate. So there's these kids that skate in Gaza, and it's a fucking war zone. They're skating on rubble. It makes me feel guilty that like, oh, the Thatcher skate parks, I got to take a broom.
Have
to
they
swim.
upgraded their wheels and trucks?
No, here's the thing. You can't even send them products. A lot of skate companies have tried to send them products, and like the powers that be, they intercept it. Skate products. And then I know that's like they need provisions, water, food, whatever. They also stop that. And that's a very slippery slope when you go down that fucking rabbit hole, because why are these people being treated like this? It's a genocide. And it's crazy to think that it's currently happening. I'm about to watch the Cardinals lose at 2:00 to the San Francisco 49ers and eat fucking beef stew. And these people are, living in a nightmare, a fucking landscape of a fucking nightmare of a landscape. It's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. Sucks to be them.
It does. If I know it's simplified, but I don't know. What do you do? What do you say?
What do you do if that happens here? What would be the pushing point to make it?
For locally?
Yeah, you think?
I think we're getting way closer than
You think?
Yeah, for sure. I think people are exhausted, and I think that people are getting less and less away from politics, and I think people are just truly becoming exhausted with the system. The system's a facade. We know that, and it's becoming evident more and more every day that you guys are really just pegging the fucking immigrants, and anybody else, you're blaming them for your financial issues, and that's how I see. And it's eventually it's going to spiral out of control, because they're talking about like a lot of immigrants that have been deported by ICE, and I don't know what the actual number is on this, but a very large margin of them are in the fucking the construction industry.
Yeah,
it's really slowed because they don't have the framers that they once had, and that's going to be an issue eventually.
So that's telling me that property value is probably going to go up because of supply and demand.
Right.
So congratulations, your place just probably gained 100,000 in equity.
But you see, but even within here in this conversation, right? There's a difference, right? There's a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's going to be born out of. It's just people are the difference of opinion is going to spiral out of control, in my opinion. Maybe
it's always been damn near 40-50, 40-60 on either side. Right. It swaps back and forth.
They go, it's a tug of war.
And to really to get, and as we get close to those kind of situations of civil unrest in our country, what happens? Something sparkly catches our attention.
Right.
Something new comes out.
A
new
robot.
Technology.
Yeah.
New technology.
Right.
It's
something.
It's and then we're like, oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
I forgot we were just maiming you.
Right.
There's a robot breakdancing.
Right.
So, it's fucking true. But the one thing that I wanted to ask you, and I don't know if we talked about it briefly. Oh, yeah, little things in areas like Vegas, right? We talked about Vegas slowing down and things like kind of and how much is that as a result of these things, When I was in Vegas, when I was in Oregon last time, I flew in from Vegas. It didn't seem like, maybe, I don't know. It didn't seem like, but that's going back to TikTok. There's people post videos of TikTok of like the strip just being dead. I think like, how much of this is real?
And then you see people posting stuff of,
I just left there.
Yeah, Fremont's still booming.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when are they getting these shots? Is it?
I don't know, but I did forget to say on the last episode about Vegas that I shoplifted for the first time since I was like maybe 14.
The last time you were in Vegas?
No, the last time I was in Vegas was a work thing.
Oh, so you better not.
Yeah, the time before that was when we met up with Amanda Brzezowski and her husband, Mary and I. But I shoplifted, dude.
What compelled you to? Just because you could?
Yeah, the spirit of Vegas was deep. It was just flourishing.
Yeah, it does that,
dude. It does. I was a different person completely. I took off. I just got down to my underwear and I jumped in the. Well, let me first. I stole fucking White Claws, a case of White Claws.
A case.
Yeah. Well, what's a case?
Probably they're like $24,
Okay.
I'd imagine.
No, but like, what's a number in a case?
Oh, White Claws? I don't know. I'd imagine 12.
So yeah, I stole a case. It's a 12 pack. Yeah. And well, the thing is, there was a big line, and as I was the last person in line, the line made it all the way back to the double doors, the entrance into the store. And I looked out the double doors, and I seen Amanda and Mary fucking having a good time, and I said, you know what? Let's see what happens. And I just walked out the door with them.
Worst that could happen, they'd be like, I forgot to pay.
Yeah, I forgot to pay for it. Yeah, and I was half expecting there to be some issue about it, and it never came. So I drank 12 free beers, and there's something about free beer that tastes fucking different than beer you've bought. And for me at least, and I chugged those fucking things, dude. And Mary or Amanda, maybe she's seen that I was really letting loose, and she's like, I bet you won't get into that fountain there at Caesar's Palace. I said,
yeah.
The fuck I won't.
You got in there?
Yeah, hell yeah. The janitor was pretty pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know what they
threw
did.
the pH way off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, and I'm sure that's an issue, right? Those guys probably had to go back in there and fucking refluctuate the pH balance because some drunk Mexican dude's swimming around, and Amanda, some redheaded girl,
piss in it.
fucking blah, 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 blah. Yeah, dude. But dude, Vegas does something. I don't know what it does. And on that trip by itself, I told myself, like, I'm going to chill the fuck out. I just wanted to gamble, maybe eat some good food. And I ended up stilling and swimming in a fucking fountain.
Yeah.
Dude, every time. It never fucking fails.
Did you have to climb a fence to get to that?
Nope. It was just the shrubbery. It was just shrubbery. Okay. I got the fuck in there.
So it was kind of from the side.
Yeah. I mean, and then Amanda, she gashed her leg pretty good on the inside. Because those sprinkler systems, they're in these pipes and they shoot at different times.
Yeah.
I'm not talking the big display.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like the
just
side,
the grass.
It'd be like the side pond.
Yeah.
Of whatever.
Okay.
And Amanda did gash her leg pretty good. So we walked away. And I thought about it. I was like, God damn, I can't imagine how much shit's in here. I can't imagine walking around Vegas with an open wound to me just seems like, I don't know.
Yeah. She still has her leg?
It's still there.
Okay. I haven't heard nothing, so it must be all right.
Good old Amanda, dude. Yeah, she's and she's been a guest on here before too.
Oh yeah, I think twice.
Yeah, maybe, but she's a fucking dude. Anytime I'm around Amanda, the spirit of adventure that just fucking
she's a ball of fire.
Oh, dude, you'll find yourself in the fucking throes of it just one evening with her.
I don't know if I could even hang out with her anymore without
sober
having a drink.
You know what I mean? Almost like, you almost feel like you're wasting your time not drinking. Yeah, because she's having so much fun. And she's talking to everybody like that. She was like talking to like these drug dealers at one point, like getting them all fucking, because she's very good looking too. That's the draw, right? So people that don't know her are all just like, oh yeah, what's going on? She's a big breasted, redheaded woman. And she gets everybody all fucking worked up. And people are, I've seen it a fucking 100 times, dude. Yeah, I've seen it 100 fucking times. I love hanging out with Amanda. Any opportunity I get to hang out with Amanda, I jump all over it. But yeah, the last time we were on though, we talked about what it would cost in the 1800s to get your photo taken.
Oh yeah.
So I did did you say things sometimes, or all even like, we don't even have to be on a show. It'd just be, we're hanging out and you're like, start talking about something. I don't know. I got to look into this.
Yeah.
But the last time we were on the show, we were discussing
how long it would take, and
it wasn't that long. It was about 60. But the difference was, it wasn't the photo. It was the build up, like what it took, the preparation to even take a photo. It was like for a single photo. You know what I mean?
You know how much those old photographs weighed? Dude. Like, I mean, putting it together, because you had it was smoke and mirrors, pretty much.
Elaborate system.
Yeah, you put in a plank, and
that's exactly what it was. And it was a little more. When I watched daguerrean is what it's called. Daguerreotypes is what they're actually called. That's that art form of film that is shot on like a tin plate. It's not on like a film. It's like it's very popular to get your photo taken on like a copper plate back in the 1800s. and they would scrub this tin down to like a real fine shine. That was part of it. And then they would put it inside of the camera. And then when I watched I watched a gentleman do it. It seemed like the act of the photo is just him taking the lens off of him taking the cap off the lens, allowing the light in, and then telling the person in this big tripoded camera, all right, don't move for 60 seconds, and then putting the fucking cap back on. And I think it was like the number.
So it's pretty much burning an image.
It's exactly what it was doing with the chemicals involved. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what the chemical.
Insane.
Yeah, but it was $5.
$5 back then.
Back then. So that translates to like $165, which now we all take selfies and photos all day long for
like
whatever
data.
Data.
Whatever that costs.
So you brought up something. You're like, can you imagine trying to get like a family photo with some fucking unruly kid? You imagine that's $165 per shot, and you're like, come on, Junior, chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll get you later.
Right? Yeah. When you're old enough to fucking sit still. What a different time, though. You know, that whole area, like you go down to Bisbee, you go down to Douglas, down in southern Arizona, and it's crazy. What was that hotel that's down there? It's like an old
Bisbee?
No, in Douglas. It's right there on the American-Mexican border. It's this old hotel, and it's the like last standing piece that was from that time. And you go in and you walk, because they still have the lobby open. It's like a tourist trap. But you go in there and they've kept a lot of things, like the front desk still has like the marble finish from back. For a lot of people thought, because of that Copper Queen, because of that copper mine, that was going to be San Francisco,
right?
Or the area in which money would.
And they thought that about every place that even picked up a trace of gold.
Right.
Everybody would rush there and be like, oh, well, this is all we found. And yeah, there'd be big hype in every new boom. You know, it just wasn't laying around like it was in California for some reason.
Yeah, in that San Francisco area.
Yeah.
I wonder what was different about that than, like, let's say, like Bisbee or in that area. How the fuck do you think people even found copper or gold veins back then?
Well, the old-fashioned way, mining. They didn't stumble upon it, you know.
They would just guess and blow shit up?
Well, I mean, even then you had geologists, you know. So
yeah, I guess somebody.
So if you know what makes fissures and you know.
Yeah. Okay.
And you read the land,
right?
I mean, they would prospect reading the land
so
and
like
saying, okay, there should be some color into this.
The chances are higher, to my trained eye,
right,
that there's most likely copper or gold in here.
Yeah. There's a real science behind finding gold.
There has to be.
Know,
well, what's the drive behind it? Fucking
I
money.
watch a lot of these new prospectors on, TikTok, whatever have you, off their media programs, and yeah, like one of the main ones I watch, he's a geologist. Yeah. So he goes out there and he could tell you from
just looking at it.
Yeah, and you go up to like the bottom of a quartz vein and he'll tell you, oh, this is bull quartz. It's not going to have really, there's probably a little trace of gold in there, but nothing, you know.
Yeah.
We got to go check out this other one over here. So, yeah, before you sink all your money and time into digging a hole, you got to
get a geologist involved.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, geologists back then were probably like, they're high demand.
I'd imagine
if you got a good one. You know what I mean?
But see, you didn't need that in California.
Why is that?
Because all the gold was just laying in the creek. Nobody's been there to pick it up.
How many people do you think were murdered over fucking gold? Just in a cash grab, right?
There was murders daily. You know what I mean? Like
and you would imagine. So somebody from, let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, someone from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, or what have you. Well, somewhere in the middle, landlocked.
Okay.
They've been living off the land, corn, water, what little beef they can get, and all of a sudden they hear that you can get the riches beyond your wildest dreams, just in the streams.
Get there and pick it up.
We got to get there though. And then we got these children, and I want to feed them, and you get there and it's just a big cash grab, right? Everyone's going crazy. I wonder how many just people lost their minds, started murdering one another for.
And you get away with murder pretty easy back then, you know.
Yeah, I would even imagine it's probably just looked the other way.
And really, if it was a he said, she said, and the other guy's dead, well,
they didn't say.
You know, they didn't have the forensics we did now.
Right.
And that was the worst time for a lot of people is going to cash in.
Oh no, shit! I didn't even think about that. Right?
Yeah, because people would wait, and they'd know.
There's the fruits of your labors.
This guy, he's going into town. He either needs food or to cash in, right? Or both. He's going to go resupply, so he's got something to take to town to resupply with. So we'll let him do all the work when he gets,
right.
You know.
That's a shiesty move.
When he's on his way,
But how many of those people got fucking killed? Because that guy is also aware that he's a target, so he's got a new fucking Winchester or a fucking hatchet from, you know.
Yeah.
And then what an interesting fucking time.
And yeah, that's how, I mean, a lot of your big businesses today, even big pharma was created through those means, through blood.
All day fucking long. Right, yeah. No, I'm not.
I mean, so
argue
now
that.
For all these big corporations that are at the top, they all started from blood.
So and whenever we talk, I've had this conversation before. Anybody who's a billionaire, I don't trust.
Yeah.
You know, not that I know any billionaires, but I would
definitely got blood on your hands.
Have to fucking that. People worship Taylor Swift, and I'm like, I don't care. Nobody needs $1 billion. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your capitalistic. I don't give a fuck. You don't need $1 billion. You don't need it. There's no need for any one human to have it. And if you have $1 billion, give it to charity.
And at what point when you get that wealthy, does it become, well, what am I going to do now to, you know,
well, yeah,
what's your goal?
Yeah,
when you're that freaking rich to get more money and more money to
for what?
To have, because money's power.
Right, but
obviously, but when you're a singer, billions of dollars, what are you going to like?
What are you singing about?
Hang it up. Why don't you just
if I was given
hang it up and have a good life?
I'll tell you this. Right, you're absolutely right, 100% behind that. If I was given $10 million, that's it for me.
Oh yeah,
done.
Yeah.
Done. I would go probably. I would imagine I'd probably spend as much time as I could here in Southern Arizona and in Oregon. I love Oregon, and you know what? Fuck, just go anywhere. Wake up, sip on some liquor, read some Steinbeck, play my banjo. You know, hang out. I don't.
You know, you look at 10 million. I mean, you could
comfortably live off of 10 million.
Yeah, you're living. If you put all that in just an interest bearing account.
Oh yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're
at a 5%, and
good.
hell, you can.
Do you ever wonder about like these sports players that are getting like
signed
a year, $350 million to play baseball? And I'm like, what drives you to even fucking cleat up after that point? You've already signed. Go get fucking. Then, you know, that's when the next topic that I want to talk about was. Now we have scandals because it's never enough money.
Oh yeah, especially now. Yeah, things are coming to light in the sports. But you know, and I see where this is going. But I mean, you're getting into where the gambling between players and even coaches involved. Is this what you're?
Yeah. No, there was a UFC fight that was accused of a fighter throwing the fight. And when I watched the footage, I don't know who it was. I don't remember the name, but he purposely got fucking slept. Like he was fighting a wrestler, so he just fell into his grapple and then got tapped. The tap was very light, and it was like, what the fuck? Here's the thing. He was the underdog. Well, the line changed just before he went into fight, so that he became to bet on him. The number, just before he touched his gloves. What are the fucking chances of
Yeah.
that? So, and you watch things like, and I will really get lost on this subject, but you look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not that good of a football team. They're not. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it to anybody's face. The Kansas City Chiefs are not that good of a football team. They're not. I don't think that fucking receiver, Kelsey's that good. I don't think Mahomes is all right. He's an all right football player, but did you notice what happened when they had to play in the Super Bowl and the gloves came off and the refs were like, "Hey, no, we're going to let you boys are going to play ball."
Right.
They were exposed. That's just my opinion. I think that it's so long as Vegas is involved, so long as there's somebody else involved, we'll never really know. The best team in football might be the Arizona Cardinals. We don't know.
Right.
Not likely, but you never know, right?
Yeah. How far? I mean, it's like it's all scripted, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the refs are in on it.
But how do you think they would keep so many refs quiet? I mean, there's got to be a lot of money involved in that, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, you would have to.
And keep on some kind of payroll that lasts forever because, I ran out of my fucking $6 million.
And have a DNA tied to it.
Something. And it's probably what we're more or less seeing now.
What is it?
A DNR. Wait, no, DNR is not do not resuscitate in medicine.
Anyway, don't talk about it.
Yeah,
It's
disclosure.
Disclosure, yeah.
But how do you hold somebody to that in such a big capacity? Like if they held me to a disclosure and said, I'm a referee. Let's say I'm a referee, right? I got the build for one, right? Let's say, right, clearly.
Right.
Oh, dude, all referees are fucking stacked. Why? They're all fucking yoked. You ever watch them in football?
I don't know. I remember watching them when we were younger.
They just look like fucking regular ass guys.
Yeah.
Now they all look like it.
Like, what is that guy going to do? You remember watching him just get
mowed over.
Yeah.
And now they all look like influencers. You know what I mean? Fucking, like huge, ripped. But let's say that I was one of those and they've given me $7 million to shut the fuck up about the Chiefs, and blow that whistle and throw that flag in order to get the Chiefs to the end zone. Well, I've gone through my $7 million. And I've been out of work for the last few years. And even though I signed that, I really want a new camper. I really want the new property out south of town. My kids are going to fucking Harvard. So, I'm going to fucking speak up or at least present this.
If you speak up, you end up getting
whacked.
Sued. I believe there's a lawsuit involved. And
even if you're bearing the truth?
Right. Well,
can you hold that as like a can you think you could go to somebody and say, look, I know I signed this 6 years ago. This piece of paper right here, it said I wouldn't tell, but it's been 12 years. I need more money. So you either fucking pay me again or I'm going to come out with it. Do you think that happens?
I'm sure some people have tried, but
it doesn't go far, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine.
It's like card counting in Vegas. It's happened. But how often do you think that happens?
What is the repercussions of coming out? Yeah.
Yeah. You're the guy
that's now we got to look into that.
Yeah. Right. You're just a fucking you're a low figure player, right? The guy that's got the money to give you $6 million is probably pretty connected in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You're going to end up in the Hudson or, wherever.
It's on the contract right here. Yeah. You talk, you die.
Yeah. That's it. You signed it. You fucking signed it.
You took the money.
Another question I wanted to ask you too, man, before we get too far out of hand here, is I wanted to talk to you about religion. Now, we're going to have a guest next week, Brandon Angel. Coincidentally, his last name's Angel. He studied the Bible, so like this is his job. I worked with him up at the mine. He was a driller. He studied the Bible like in a college, and then he went on to go be a pastor. I'm not entirely sure what's happening now, but he's one of the most interesting humans I've ever met. Super smart, super fucking smart, dude. You could fucking throw anything in this guy's direction. He's going to have a retort, an educated one too, not just nonsense. And that's why we became so close, Brandon and I, in the mine. But at any rate, I've been fucking curious to ask you, do you think religion's dying? Have you met a Mormon or like somebody's left a church? Like, and I'm not just fucking dialing on the Mormons, but like people just turning their back on churches.
I see kind of, and it's coming down to different categories of age groups and
right.
stuff, and you see a big void between 20 and 40 of people not going to church, and maybe for whatever reason, my reason, I haven't been to church. I mean, except for services
Right.
for people, really 15 years or so,
Do you feel the urge to go to church?
No. And I think a lot of people have kind of gone the same route as me. You don't need a religion to have faith.
No, absolutely not.
You
No,
know what I mean?
I don't think that either. Right.
And I believe religion these days gets in the way of people being good.
And it causes a lot of conflict. We just talked about people mowing each other, shooting each other over, flying airplanes into buildings, what have you, starving each other.
I don't remember ever seeing in the Bible, and we'll talk to him about this,
I want to ask, those
where,
questions.
Religion is the way.
Right.
Faith is the way.
Faith is the way. Right. Now we can agree on that. You and I can certainly agree on that because look, we've talked about this before, but having faith that there isn't a God is an act of faith.
Whenever you organize something, I mean, we'll just say UNICEF or so. That's an organization,
Sure,
right? Whenever you organize something that's meant for good charities, okay, what happens?
Every time.
It gets polluted. It gets
Every time.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere wants a little more than the guy
want
next to
a
him.
piece of that money. So what's happening with religions? Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. And if revenue's down, what are they gonna? They're gonna spice it up. They're gonna, try to bring in new people.
Big bands.
Yeah. They'd say, well, that isn't such a bad. They're making people a little maybe too easy on themselves about their sins just to get them in through the door.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
So.
It used to be like fire and brimstone.
Yeah. It used to
have
be
an impure
Old
thought.
Testament.
Old Testament.
Yeah, all the way.
That's a good album.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but you're right. You're absolutely right. I haven't thought of that before. The truth is, because you go to a church now, churches now that I've attended here locally, like the River or the Way or what have you, and it's pretty easy on the ears. You'll be all right. You can be all right. Where as a kid, it wasn't that case.
No.
It was a lot of, you fuck up, you're done.
Yeah.
It felt like a mob.
Yeah, masturbation's bad.
Oh, dude, you're dead. You're dead to me.
Like
if you're caught jerking off.
And then you got to tell your,
Well, in the Catholic Church, I got to tell somebody that you jerked off.
Yeah. Well, even in the Mormon Church,
do they really?
Yeah, you especially so.
They have like a little bean counter in the back. Oh
no, so like I don't know because I never really admitted to anything.
You never told me you jerked off?
Nah.
Never.
14 years old? Nah. He knew I was lying. Fucking knew I was lying.
Yeah, you're 14. You're a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Right.
But they still, and that was just an interview before going to get baptized.
Get the fuck out of here.
dead.
They've truly asked you if you fucking jerked off?
Oh, yeah.
They look you in the eye and say, did you jerk off?
Yeah, and it was for an interview to be qualified to go do baptisms for the dead.
Okay. And you can't do that if you jerked off?
I guess if you haven't I don't know repented.
What if you were like, oh well, okay, but here's the other thing.
So they want to know
what you jerked off over,
how pure of
the jerk off was
of a soul you are to go and do this for other people. But I don't know.
We're not.
I want to meet the one kid that told their bishop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I jerk it all the time.
I found the fucking Playboy in my tree fort.
Yeah,
and that's life. You know what I mean? I
lied.
Lying about jerking off's got to be worse than jerking off.
Right.
So what's the sin? What sin's
I don't
worse?
know. I don't know. I'm waiting to see. I guess. But
especially, and I guess we are talking about the Mormon Church. I think it's fucking interesting. Soaking.
Yeah.
What an interesting subject.
Okay. My partner mentions it all the time.
Does he really? What's he talk about? Because and I could be wrong. I am a lot in life about a lot of things, but what I've heard,
I mean, we've talked about this here and there, and yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. It's just where two people get in the same bed and you soak.
Oh, we're kicked off.
Yeah, we were probably kicked off a while back.
But anyhow.
But you just kind of put it in there and don't do the motions, the sexual motions. You just and people around you
begin to
are
bounce
on the bed and they just bounce
Cause
the bed.
you
That way you weren't in charge of your ejaculation or whatever.
What about the guys that are fucking helping you? Are they held accountable for your sin? In the eyes of...
Oh, maybe they wear blindfolds. I don't know. Don't know what they're doing.
They're being tricked into jumping into a bed. Come in here with your blindfold.
It sounds really stupid. Just fuck for you know what I mean? Just get it on.
Hey, have you ever...
Hell, it's only going to probably last a second anyway.
You're
Once
not...
you put it in, you're probably done.
Right. Well, I would assume, if you once you pass the threshold, that's it, right? You're fucking... What I thought of was a loophole potentially. You remember those like little fucking electrodes you could put on your abs?
Yeah.
What if you'd put it like a couple on your buddy's butt cheeks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Psst, 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 psst. And now your hand. Can you imagine
your buddy's butt cheeks?
Can you imagine that's how you lose your virginity?
To your buddy's butt cheeks.
Yeah, your buddy. Yeah, where'd you lose your virginity? Oh, I was in this fucking house, and my buddy had electrodes, fucking shockers on my butt cheeks, and my girlfriend Becky. We were all there. It was a whole group. So now
it's doing the thrusting, not me.
Yeah, it's doing. Now and then. Do they switch?
Man, that sounds kind of fun.
That'd be fucking gross as fuck, dude. I don't want anybody around my butt cheeks with electrodes. I don't know why that thought crossed my mind. I was like, what prevents? Because I'm hearing about these jumping on the bed and all this shit. Like, wouldn't it be just as easy? Well, like you said earlier, it'd be easier just to fuck.
Yeah.
At that point, you got this big elaborate process.
Yeah, you're not gonna trick God.
Yeah.
In any way.
He's gonna be like,
Let me see what I wrote down here.
Yeah.
On the stipulations.
Doesn't say anything about electrodes.
I don't have any stipulations.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You guys are all idiots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
And for you trying to find
a loophole,
come on, guy.
It probably makes you look sillier in the eyes.
He's getting a good laugh, most likely.
Most likely, I would assume.
What will they try next?
Yeah. Just fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's natural.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, now listen, on the show, I'm not advocating kids, a bunch of teenagers go out and get pregnant. What I'm saying though is like
proven fact. Fucking's been around since Adam and Eve.
It's been around a long time. Why in America do you think we're so weird about it?
We are, and we're not at the same time. It's that split again where and I see it kind of picking up again with this younger generation, like getting more to where it's not so normalized with them. And for some reason,
what's
I don't
that?
know.
With sex?
With sex, like it's us growing up. It seemed like, I don't know. At least in my mind, it was like sex is, don't do that, don't do
right.
that. And then by the time, of course, I'm a teenager,
everybody was fucking.
Yeah, everybody was doing it. So I don't know if it's just an age thing, but it's gotten a lot more laxed in our culture, I think.
Sex.
Yeah, I mean, it's promoted. It's promoted in our music, in our movies, in our television. You look at the television we were watching back in the 80s and 90s versus the television we're watching now.
Two totally different
things. It's way different
and
way more sexualized.
But here's the thing, too, is like, you remember they would slip in little things in these cartoons.
In the cartoons.
And then when you got older, you'd go back, you're like, whoa.
Right. You see all the hidden messages.
Yeah, even I've seen on SpongeBob before where he was watching porn.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it was like, obviously wasn't watching like traditional porn.
Right.
But here's the thing.
The acts alone.
He was secretly watching TV of like another, like a barnacle or something. And it was on his television screen, and he was real close to the television screen. And when somebody walked in, he was embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
Which is what they're insinuating is he's watching something he knows he shouldn't be watching.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. You're right. And anymore, it's just so accessible.
And that's kind of where. So I did see this clip not too long ago about this guy talking about spirituality.
Oh, we're off again.
But talking about exactly embarrassed, ashamed.
Oh,
if you're feeling ashamed about it, it's probably, not a good thing to do it.
Right.
Right.
If you've been convinced You know, so what about people that
There's
aren't?
very little sex that I've been ashamed about. But there is some. But there is some.
Right, but that seems to be the name of the game, shame, right? Shame.
Yeah.
That's how like all churches keep people in check.
Yeah.
And the only way that you're going to feel better about yourself is you come back on Sunday, pay your tithes, cleanse,
Yeah.
get back out there and fuck off.
Yeah.
And then the cycle. And we think we're so clever. Like, this has been happening since the beginning of fucking time, right? Like, dude, well, maybe not the beginning of time, but certainly somebody somewhere along the lines realized, like, dude, if you scare the fuck out of people enough, you can get them to pay your bills.
Yeah.
And it was, I know that sounds super simplified, but somebody somewhere did it, right?
Yeah. They've been doing it.
Been doing it, right? But yeah, so that's what I have for you guys today. Do you have anything that you want to add?
Are we,
We're about an hour.
okay.
Yeah, we're about an hour. So
wow, that went quick.
yeah, it goes by so fast.
No, just to confirm to any new viewers, I'm not Levi.
And I am not Jason. But, hey, I did want to say though, and it sucks that we're being kicked off TikTok Live now, but if you guys have an opportunity and you're listening to this, go follow us on YouTube as well. Go find, find us and follow us. It helps. I know we say this a lot, but if you're new to the show or you're new to finding us, just, interact with us as much as possible. It really goes a long way, and it costs you fucking nothing.
Yeah.
It's
free.
It's free. Yeah. just to interact with. I don't know why people do you
Come
remember,
talk shit to us.
or whatever.
Give us something to talk about.
You know,
for
and
that.
it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. You remember back in the day, I've thought about this before, how much more generous people were with their reactions on social media. Dude, you could post a picture of your fucking anything, and you're lucky to get 6 or 7 likes anymore, unless you're a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Then they get an endless amount of them. But I'm saying, like, we have a podcast. We grew up in this little bitty town. We have a lot of friends. We have a lot of families. I know every fucking person that I've shared a beer with has not liked this shit. You know, like why not? You're liking fucking Cyndi Lauper's birthday announcement or whatever, or
Right.
whoever, Whitney Houston,
Right.
who have you?
Yeah.
And like, come on, you guys can do that for us, and it's not going to harm.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. And if you're married and you're watching, risky TikToks with the other sex flashing their shit around, and you like that,
Yeah. What
Hey,
about that? What all the
just
Yeah.
like us, and save yourself some heartache,
and just like us.
and just like
I-
just us.
I wonder.
That's it. Nothing else.
I wonder how hard.
Let's
I
see
know
if we can
we've talked about starting a cult multiple times on the show, but I truly wonder how hard would it be just to convince each one of our listeners to give us $1, or each one of our friends. How hard do you think that would be? Do you think we can create like some kind of system, or do you think people just see through it? What prevents people from doing this?
Yeah. So Daddy needs a new mic.
Well, yeah, I need a new mic, dude. And truth is, I know I feel like people get manipulated in all kinds of shit. You know, like I don't know. Can we manipulate you guys into just to liking our shit?
Yeah, just
Liking.
Like-
That's it. We're not asking follow.
share,
Yeah.
spread the word. We're back.
Spread 'em.
Spread them. Spread them all over.
All right, guys. Next week we'll have Brandon on. It's gonna be fucking rad. I can't wait to have him on. Have him back. He made it on one episode, but it never got published. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what the stipulation was, but that won't be the case this time. So again, also guys, we wanted to announce. I'm sure by the time you're listening to this, that we will be putting on episodes every Monday morning, and for every episode we'll have a YouTube video as well. So
Sounds good, man.
yeah, we're on our way. All right, guys. We love you. We'll catch up with you next time.